It's funny, over the last few months, a lot of people have asked me, where does this niche come from? Why do you always talk about alcoholism and alcohol use disorder? Well, I'll tell you where it originally started from. Originally, my wife of 25 years passed away on February 21st of 2020 from alcoholism. She actually fell down a flight of stairs at her seventh rehab facility, and it was really a very, very difficult time. It took her a month to die. They found all kinds of things wrong with her because of that fall. She broke some bones, and she ended up being in the ICU at UCLA Medical Center for 28 days, and the bill ended up being over $2 million. So it was a very traumatic time, and it really changed my perspective on a lot of things. So how this all started after she passed away was one of the rehabs that Amanda had gone to 4 times, 4 of her 7 rehabs, was in Palm Springs. And they actually asked me to speak at their family weekend, which is when all the families come together, where their loved ones have been there for 3 or 4 weeks. And I really talked about, families enabling their kids, because there's a lot of kids there. There was heroin addicts, and alcoholics, and a lot of these kids were 20 to 25 years old, and I was just amazed how much the families kind of coddled these kids. So I spoke there, and a lot of people actually appreciated my candidness, and I was actually asked to come back a second and a third time, and then I spoke at 4 other rehabs in Southern California, and it just ballooned from there. And then after the rehab facilities, after I did some speeches, and I really kind of had a whole program I put together, I ended up doing podcasts, and I was asked to be a guest on several different podcasts, and eventually from 2020 to about 2000, really the summer of 2023, I ended up doing over 60 podcasts in 5 different countries. All over the world. I actually talked to millions and millions of people. There were some podcasts that have 5 million people. Some of them were big TV shows. I did a little bit of TV. I did some iHeartRadio, CBS, NBC. I did a lot of affiliate stations. And you can find a lot of those actually on my website, and you can find a lot of it just if you Google my name. But that's where it started blossoming from there. And all during this time, I actually started writing her book. It was called Amanda: A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism. And the full title is The Story of Family Resiliency and Survival. That's really the whole title. It should be coming out in April of 2024. It's taken way longer than I thought it would, but the book is all part of it. And then I have a coaching program that I released in really January of this year. That's going well. That's why I've really pushed up a lot of the TikTok videos. It's great exposure, and it's a great place to build a following, a strong following. I really genuinely want to help families, and not just alcoholics, but also their families, which is really my key point. And really the avatar that I'm looking for, the ideal person I'm looking for the coaching program, is generally by middle-aged people that have kids that are in their teens to 20s that they want to help, and so that the family can understand what direction to go, really how to approach this problem, because I have a lot of experience with it. I mean, 25 years living with an alcoholic. I know every aspect and every level of addiction, and I can certainly help a person make good, informed decisions, educated decisions, certainly with a family. Maybe some people don't always have to go to rehab. There's a lot of different options, but having a private, almost like a private tutor, a private coach, a mentor like myself can really make a big difference. And again, I've helped thousands of alcoholics, and I've also helped their families, which is really the key thing. So if you are ready to book a breakthrough call, link is in the bio. Set up a time. Let's see if this is a good match for you, and see how I can help you. And again, thanks for listening.